The Sumerians were one of the world's first literate civilizations. They emerged around 4000 BCE in southern Mesopotamia, which is modern-day Iraq.
Future Iraqi government, which we hope will be installed.
In this cradle of civilization, archaeologists have unearthed clay tablets that are over 5,000 years old. These tablets tell stories older than even the pyramids of Egypt and Stonehenge. These ancient tablets depict interesting stories of some powerful beings who came from the heavens. They were called the Anunnaki. But who or what were they really? The name Anunnaki is derived from An, who was the Sumerian god of the sky. This word comes from the ancient Sumerian language, which was one of the world's very first written tongues. Anunnaki roughly translates to those of royal blood or princely offspring. In Sumerian mythology, the Anunnaki were a group of deities who were the descendants of An, the god of the sky, and Ki, the goddess of earth. Their primary function was to decree the fates of humanity. They were said to govern different aspects of life: fertility, justice, water, war, and even the underworld. But these weren't just abstract spirits or symbolic forces. The Sumerians described them in astonishingly vivid detail, such as beings who walked among humans, gave laws, and shaped civilizations. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of humanity's earliest and most significant works of literature, the Anunnaki appear as divine judges of the dead. In other texts, they descend from the heavens to interact directly with kings and priests. To the Sumerians, these weren't distant gods watching from afar. They were here, present, ruling alongside humankind. But here's where things get even stranger. Over time, the Anunnaki's stories spread beyond Sumer. As empires rose and fell, Akkad, Babylon, Assyria, the names changed, but echoes of these beings remained. In the Babylonian myth, they became tied to the underworld, associated with cosmic justice and the balance of life and death. Some scholars even trace parallels between the Anunnaki and later pantheons, such as the Olympian gods of Greece, as well as biblical angels and demons. Could the legends of the Anunnaki have laid the foundation for countless divine figures across history? But not everyone views the Anunnaki as purely mythological. In the 20th century, an extremely controversial theory emerged, popularized by author Zecharia Sitchin. According to him, the Anunnaki were not gods at all, but extraterrestrial visitors. In his 1976 book, The 12th Planet, he claimed they came from a distant planet called Nibiru, arriving on Earth hundreds of thousands of years ago. Their purpose? To mine gold, essential for their advanced technology. In this version of the story, humans were created by the Anunnaki through genetic engineering, a hybrid species designed to serve as laborers. According to Sitchin, the Anunnaki built the pyramids and all the other monumental structures from around the ancient world that ancient astronaut theorists consider so impossible to build without highly advanced technologies. Well, that's certainly an interesting theory that captures the imagination. Sumerian texts do speak of the Anunnaki descending from the heavens and bestowing knowledge upon early humans. And when you look at the intricate Sumerian carvings, the winged figures, the strange devices, the mysterious bags they often carry, it's easy to see why people find this pseudo-archaeological theory interesting. Mainstream historians urge caution because this is seen as extremely far-fetched and based on mistranslations or speculative leaps. Yes, the Anunnaki are indeed depicted as descending from the sky, but this was symbolic language common in ancient myth and not proof of alien contact. So, where does that leave us? The truth is likely somewhere in between, the mythic and the literal. The Anunnaki were central to the worldview of one of the world's first civilizations. The Sumerians explained the mysteries of life, the origins of kingship, the order of the cosmos, the cycles of death and rebirth. They were archetypes, powerful, awe-inspiring figures that represented both the potential and the peril of divine power. So, when we talk about the Anunnaki, we are really exploring the spiritual and mythological world of a civilization that shaped the very foundations of human history. The Sumerians gave us the first written laws, the first cities, and the first monumental architecture. Their myths shaped the religions that came after: Babylonian, Hebrew, Greek, Roman, and beyond. Even today, when we talk about gods descending from the sky, epic battles between good and evil, or a golden age lost to time, we are speaking in echoes of Sumerian thought. The Anunnaki may have begun as local deities in a river valley thousands of years ago, but through the power of storytelling, they became immortal. Perhaps the real mystery of the Anunnaki isn't whether they were gods or aliens, but how their story survived for millennia, etched into clay by people who lived and died long before us. A reminder that the questions they asked about existence, purpose, and power are the very same questions we still ask today. The Anunnaki may be forgotten gods, but their shadow still lingers in every myth, every legend, and every story of beings who come from the stars.